Alright guys, today I'm going to show you how to wrap your exhaust. We got a 2002 Harley Sportster with some Vance & Hine pipes. We're going to go ahead and get it wrapped and show you what it looks like.
Mike's Garage.
Alright, so the first step what we're going to do is we're going to take the exhaust wraps, we're going to throw them in a bucket full of water and let it soak for about an hour. Make sure when you're handling the exhaust wrap that you use gloves, because it is a fiberglass wrap, so you don't want all the fiberglass that goes inside your fingers and your skin and get irritation. So we're going to go ahead and let that soak for an hour, and we're going to come back and we're going to go ahead and wrap it. Alright guys, so we already told you about the first step, which is soaking the exhaust wrap. Some people say that you should go ahead and just spray it with water or soak it, either one. Next thing we're going to do, make sure your bike is cool to the touch, because obviously we're going to take the pipes off. We're going to go ahead and take the pipes off, take off the heat shield, and we're going to wrap it and then reinstall it. A few parts that you're going to need are going to obviously be some socket wrenches, but the biggest part that you'll need on this that most people don't realize is going to be exhaust gaskets. So we're going to pull the exhaust gaskets out and put new ones in. That way there's no exhaust leak. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and unscrew the bolts that are holding on the pipes all the way up to the headers, and we're going to pop those off. Alright, so now that the pipes are off, we're going to go ahead and wrap it. What we're going to do is we're going to start here, and we're going to find just a common spot here, and we're going to wrap it up. Some people wrap it from the header down, or from the head down, and some people wrap it from the pipe up. We want to tuck the end portion into the back towards the cylinder head so it looks a little bit better. So as you pull the wrap out of the bucket of water that we had, just go ahead and let it drain for a little bit. You don't want it sopping wet. You just want it really, really damp. So we're going to just let it sit there and drain, and then we'll get to wrapping. Alright, so the way that we wrapped it, we wrapped the first one straight, right to where we wanted it to be. We wrapped it up twice, and then we're going to put our first cord on there to keep it tight, and then we're going to just wrap it like this at an angle, going all the way up the pipe to the cylinder head. Alright, so we're near the end, and you want to leave a little bit of the room so the flange can go in and out. And you want to double up right here, then we're going to cut it, and then we're going to add another wire tie, or another braid. Alright, so we got one side done. Notice how we have two on each. This one's a little bit off, but that's okay. You want to do two on each side just to keep it held down. If it's a little bit loose here and there, it's okay. It's fiberglass, and once it gets hot, it'll start forming to the pipe, so you should be good. When you're clipping the ends to hold in the wrap in place, what you want to do is clip it about an inch or so, then take your pliers, bend it in the middle like that, and then you're going to fold it like so. Alright, and then you're just going to bend it down. And the reason why you're going to do that is so that it doesn't, anytime you come into contact with your leg or your hand, it doesn't cut your hand. Alright, so once everything is wrapped, you're going to go ahead and mount it back to the bike. And just to show you what kind of wrap we were doing. That's what it looks like. And we didn't do all the way to the end of the tips, we did it right here. And the reason why we did that on the Sportster is because there's the mounting brackets here, so we couldn't really cover this and then mount it to the actual bike itself, so we did right beforehand. And I think it came out pretty good. Now you see it's a little bit dirty. A lot of people will actually take water and black paint and actually make it dirty to the point where they like it. But honestly, this was us just letting it lay on the garage floor, and as we were wrapping it, it's getting dirty. We obviously realize it's going to get dirty no matter which way we do anything, so we might as well get dirty today versus dirty tomorrow. It doesn't really matter. So we're about to go ahead and give it a start. We're tightening up the bolts to the cylinder heads. And once it gets a start, it's going to smoke like crazy, and it's probably going to do that for a few days. That's just, you know, burning the chemicals off, and then obviously it's still wet. So don't worry about the smoke. It'll clear out in a little bit. It'll probably also smell. So we're going to go ahead and get it tightened up, and then we'll show you the first start. Alright, so now we're going to start it up, and it's going to smoke quite a bit. So just go ahead and just let it warm up, let it heat up, smoke, and then you're just going to ride it out till it stops smoking eventually. Maybe, could be a week, it could be a few days.